Okay, guys, the wait is finally over for the reveal of the Nintendo Switch 2 and all of its specs and everything, and launch title that we're going to get, which is Mario Kart World. So I'm going to break down everything that I thought was most important from the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct and some things that you guys may have missed. This thing was actually over an hour long, and if you watch the Nintendo Direct America version, it actually did glitch kind of towards the end when they were showcasing some of the games. So again, we're going to get into everything right here in this video. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. I will just be going in order from kind of where the direct started with Mario Kart World and then all the way to the end. And again, going over 10 things that I thought were the most important and what I am most excited for in the Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, first things first, we have Mario Kart World. So it's not going to be called Mario Kart 9 or Mario Kart X. They're just simply titling it Mario Kart World. This is going to be the first ever open world Mario Kart game, which is really cool. Basically, what that means is you don't necessarily have to drive like on the course itself. You can go off track. Even when you go on to the next course, you have to drive to the next course. So it's not like going to be like any loading screen or anything like that. At least just from what they said. I mean, we'll have to see gameplay, which they are doing like some treehouse event showcasing more of Mario Kart World. And in this video, you'll hear me kind of say it a few times. There have been lots of speculation on the price of Mario Kart World, and I know that there's a bundle for the Nintendo Switch 2 that you can get this game with it for cheaper. But I really don't want to talk about the pricing in this video. I am kind of very upset about Nintendo and their pricing. They did not show it in the direct for a reason, just because probably they knew people would be upset about it. The pricing itself is actually really crazy, but I will actually be making a separate video on all the pricing for the Nintendo Switch 2 and the games moving forward in the future. So make sure to stay tuned for that video. But yeah, back to Mario Kart just being an open world. You can drive anywhere, just not on the course. And there's even some going back and forth between like walls, as you saw in the trailer. You can grind on rails. There is also 24 racers in this game, which is the most they've ever had. So I'm a huge fan of Mario Kart. I think probably my favorite Mario Kart is Mario Kart Wii. I just have so many fun memories with that game, playing it with my cousins, my brothers. And Mario Kart 8 is a fantastic game, and I'm really excited for this Mario Kart. I think that it is a great launch title for the Switch 2. So yeah, I'm just very excited for this game. Next thing I wanted to talk about is the new C button. Now, everyone is speculating exactly what this would be. It's very simple, just C for chat, which I'm sure people had guessed. I did not guess that myself. I honestly did not really speculate on what it would be. I just was going to wait until they announced it. But it is revealed that it is a chat button, basically. So for the first time, Nintendo Switch is offering kind of like their own version of Discord, I guess. It's really just a game chat, and where you can talk to your friends as you game. You don't necessarily have to be playing the same game in order to talk to them, which I think is pretty cool. Again, it's like very similar to Discord. You can just hop in a chat thing, and if you press the button, it's going to go to that screen, and then you could mute yourself or something. I did like how they offered kind of the technology to where your voice is what would stand out. So in the trailer, they had like a blender going on in the background, something very loud and noisy, but the microphone does not pick that up. It only picks up your voice, which I think is really cool. And also they introduced a brand new camera, like Nintendo Switch's own version of a webcam that you can hook up through USB-C port. And the Switch has two of those that you can hook up. One for charging and then one for something else. So in this case, they're using the webcam. You can hook that up and also use that in the chat thing. This is really fun, but in my opinion, it's not really necessary. Like I don't think I will be using it that much. One of my biggest questions for the webcam, because I use one for recording videos and stuff. My biggest thing is like, will they be able to have third-party webcams? I have like a Logitech one. It is a USB-C. I'm assuming it's going to be compatible with the Switch 2, but we'll have to wait and see if they're just going to allow the one that you can purchase through them to be able to be used while you're playing the games. You can stream them to your friends. Again, same thing in Discord. Like you can stream your own gameplay to your friends. Now, The thing that I'm worried about is that again, I don't really see a need for this at all. Like, I don't think I would ever do this. If I'm playing with my friends, they're most likely at my place or I'm at theirs, and we're all in the same living room just playing the game. I don't see a need for any of the streaming or whatever. Maybe in like Pokemon, if you want to show your family member something cool and they live far away. Again, that would be the only thing that I could see this really being used for. But it is a brand new feature that again, I'm still like really happy that they implemented it in the Switch. I think a lot of people are going to love it. Just me personally, I don't think I will be using it that much. So that's kind of my thoughts and opinions on the camera side of things. Again, the game chat thing is really cool. I am very excited about that. All right, the third thing is a Gameshare, and I'll make this one pretty quick and short. It's very simple. It's very simple to understand. I think that the Gameshare is great for families with a lot of kids. Basically, what that means is, if someone has the Nintendo Switch 2 and say they have Mario Kart, for example, and someone else wanted to play on a separate Switch, like say one of their younger siblings that they like, an older brother had the Switch 2 and the younger brother had the first Switch. The parents don't have to buy another Mario Kart for the younger sibling to play on. The older sibling can game share the Mario Kart, or again, whatever game he wants to, and they can all play together on separate Switches rather than playing on the one. And I think that that's really cool. I think it's going to save people some money, especially just young families. So I think that that is a great idea, and I'm really excited for that to be implemented. Personally, again, I'm not going to really use it myself. I just have the Switch. It's just me and my wife. And again, if my friends are over, we're just playing Smash Bros. Or something like that, all on the one Switch. So I wouldn't be using that necessarily per se, but I think it's a great addition to the Switch too. Okay, number 4 is they did reveal the specs, and this I am very, very happy. And basically, it has the Switch 2 has the capabilities to run at 120 FPS, which is more than what I was thinking. I was thinking it was going to be capped at 60. Something that's really cool as well is if it's hooked up to the dock, and if you have a 4K TV, you can set the resolution to be 4K. The max FPS that it will be at 4K is 60, but still, I mean, that is really awesome, really insane. If you don't really care about 4K graphics, you could lower it and then run Metroid, for example. I think they show that in the trailer at 120 FPS. So that is really awesome. I am super hyped for that. I think that with all the problems that the first Switch had with performance, they are taking the Switch 2 and saying, yeah, we heard you guys, we understand. So we're going to make it 120 FPS and then 4K max 60 FPS. So again, that's not in handheld mode. You can't get the 4K in handheld mode, but I think you can still get the 60 FPS in handheld and then 120 if you have it in the dock. And they have like 2 separate fans now, so one in the actual Switch itself and then one in the dock to keep it, from staying fresh and cool, so that there's really no performance issues there. So I think that that's an awesome addition as well. The next thing I want to talk about is the mouse capabilities and kind of my personal problems with it. Now, again, I think that this is a great implementation. I do play like Marvel Rivals and Fortnite on the PC. I do like to use keyboard or mouse now. Growing up, I was only controller, and then I started to use PC, and it was very difficult, but I got used to it very quick. And now, I can't really picture gaming on a controller, at least for like first-person shooters and those types of games. But they do have both of the Joy-Cons for the Switch 2 you're able to use it like a mouse. So I do think that this is very cool. What I kind of think is the main problem with this is, like, most casual people that are going to be playing the Switch, and Nintendo is really for like casual players mostly, is that these people are going to be playing in their living room on the couch. So they showcase lots of games where you can use the mouse capability. I just don't understand, where are they supposed to use the mouse? Are they supposed to use it on their leg, on the couch? What if they have a leather couch? It doesn't flow very well there. Is it going to be mandatory to have a coffee table in front of you and you're slouched over in order to use the mouse? Like, that really doesn't make any sense to me. In my personal opinion, I would just rather use the gyro because it's more comfortable. And again, I will be playing my Switch on the couch. Like I game here on my PC and my monitors, but for the Switch, I like to just have it in the living room. That way, whenever people come over, we can just easily access it from there. I don't have to move it from my desk in the office. I really don't see the purpose of having the mouse capabilities unless you're at a desk and like you're really serious about gaming, and maybe that's all they added it for. And if that's the case, that's fine. But they showcase, like using it with Mario Party. I mean, these are like party games you're going to be playing in your living room. Again, it'd be really awkward if you're using the mouse. Like you can use a mouse on your leg, to move around, but to play a game like that, I just think it's very confusing on what they were expecting players to do with that. And again, maybe my opinion will change about this when the Switch actually comes out and I'm able to use it. But as of right now, just I really don't understand. For those who just are playing casually, what the mouse capabilities have to offer for them. So yeah, that's kind of my opinion on that. Again, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you think I'm completely wrong, just let me know. I will respond to every comment down there. Just try and keep it peaceful. That's all I ask. One other thing about the specs is that it's 256 gigs, which is really awesome. I was not expecting that at all. And you do need like the Express SD cards if you're gonna, upgrade that. Now, the fifth thing I want to talk about is the Welcome Tour game that they have. Again, this is kind of goes into pricing, but not really. But it's like a game that's built into the Switch, but you have to pay for it, which I think is just crazy. I don't know how much they're going to charge for this. Hopefully it's like $2. Not that I will even buy it, even if it is charged at that price. I probably wouldn't even play this game if it was free. It's like a tech demo for showing you the usefulness of the Switch 2 and all its capabilities and everything. And again, I have zero interest in this game, but just the fact that they are charging for it makes me that much less interested in playing it at all. And it just makes me like kind of upset that they're even going to charge that. Even if it's like $5, like really, like you're going to charge people $5 to play this game that just tells them what the Switch does. Like they can just go to Google for that. It's just insane to me the level of greed that Nintendo has right now, and kind of what I'm seeing online. Everyone else is upset too. So that's all I'll say about the Welcome Tour thing. Not interested in it at all. If you are, that's cool. I mean, feel free to purchase it when it comes out, and I really hope you enjoy. But it's just not for me. And number 6 is going to be the Nintendo Switch 2 games that they announced. But what I'm specifically mentioning are like the upgrades that they have. So like if you have Breath of the Wild, they have new, better versions of these games. They're not DLC at all. It's the same exact game. The only difference for these ones is that they run better and they kind of offer something new to do on this game. So like for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, for example, they have the Zelda Notes app, which you can use, and it will kind of help you find shrines, anything you're looking for that you missed while you're playing. You can go on the app and it will guide you in the game through the app, like both of them, and it will lead you to where you need to go. So I think that that's really cool. If they're going to charge extra for the Switch 2 version of the game that we already have, I'm glad that they're implementing things like this to kind of make the price point. Again, I don't know what these prices will be. Just based on the level of grade that they're already showing, I would not be surprised if they have it at like $30 or $40 for these expansions. Or sorry, not expansions. That's the wrong word. But the upgraded version, like the Nintendo Switch 2 version. Honestly, I would not be surprised if that's the case, but I would love to see it at 10 to 20. I mean, 20 is even pushing it. I think that that's crazy. I mean, we already spent $70 on this game for Tears of the Kingdom, and I honestly would not be surprised, and it just kind of makes me mad that it's going to be possibly like at $40 to $30, and maybe that's pushing it, but I could see that happening. It's really frustrating. So again, I am glad that we are getting better versions of this, and I have heard that if you have Nintendo Switch Online and you have the higher tier of it, I can't remember what it's called, you'll get these for free. So I think that's pretty cool. Next thing, one of the coolest announcements is that Elden Ring will be coming to the Switch 2 on launch day. So yeah, Elden Ring is cool. I've only played like the beginning part on my brother's PlayStation, and I've kind of always wanted to play it, just been busy playing other games. But I am really excited that it's coming to Switch 2. I might have to get it for this console when it comes out. I just think that it's really cool that the Switch 2 is able to harness the capabilities of these games. It really shows just how powerful it is and makes me excited for games in the future that they will be putting on the Switch. Um, they did not announce Halo Master Chief Collection, which I was hoping that they would. Uh, but maybe, with Elden Ring coming later on, they could announce Halo MCC and just praying that that is in the future. I think that would be really cool to have it on the Switch. Okay, number 8, they did announce a new Hyrule Warriors game. Now, I gotta be honest, I have never played these games. I am a huge, huge Zelda fan. I love those games with all my heart. But the Hyrule Warriors games, I've just never played them. I mean, I think I would enjoy them, but again, I've just never taken the time or the money to buy them and to play them. So I don't know if I'd pick this one up. Maybe. Again, if this thing is going to be $70, I'm like, ugh, I don't want to pay $70 for this type of game. Now, Tears of the Kingdom, in my opinion, that's worth the $70. Hyrule Warriors, no, that is not worth it at all. So, again, maybe if it's a little cheaper, could justify the price point, then maybe I'll pick it up. But again, they don't really add anything to the Zelda experience and the traditional Zelda games that I grew up playing, and so it's just kind of fight a bunch of enemies. You're insanely powerful. So if you like those stuff, and again, I think I still would enjoy those games, but I just can't bring myself to buy them if they're not like a main title Zelda game. But for those of you who are fans of this game, I'm excited for you. And yeah, we are getting a new one. That was pretty much the only Zelda announcement. I was kind of bummed out by that. But I know that we did just receive Echoes of Wisdom very recently. So, I'm not expecting any Zelda news besides the movie coming anytime soon. Number 9 is GameCube Online. Now, just to preface this, I am very, very excited. I love the GameCube. I am excited for these titles to come onto the Switch. You will have to pay that extra tier. Same thing if you want to play the Nintendo 64 games. You have to pay like the upper tier of Nintendo Switch Online in order to have it. It's going to be the same for this one. The first thing that they announced is Wind Waker, which is arguably my favorite Zelda game. I think that Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are kind of tied for my favorite games. And this is the GameCube version of Wind Waker, which is the one that I've only played. I've never played Wind Waker HD, but I really want to. It kind of makes me sad that they're only offering this version of the game, and I understand it's the GameCube Online. That's the only one that was available at the time. I just don't understand why they have not at this point implemented Wind Waker HD onto the Switch. It kind of makes me furious that they have not done that yet. And them saying, okay, we're gonna have the Wind Waker, the original one, that's not as good. And what I mean by that is it's a perfect game in my opinion. But same thing with kind of Skyward Sword HD. It's the same game, but it just looks better and feels better, and some of the controls are a lot better. You get the Swift Sail in the HD version, which makes travel time just a lot faster because it's really slow in the original. And so, again, I've never had the opportunity to play Wind Waker HD. You have to buy a Wii U and buy the game on eBay or something, which is very expensive. And I just wish they would bring it over to the Switch, and they haven't yet. So I'm kind of upset about that. We'll see if they make Twilight Princess, because that one did come out on the GameCube originally. If they have it, if they offer it on GameCube Online. The other thing is maybe in the future they'll offer Wii Online. So I actually played Twilight Princess on the Wii rather than the GameCube. So, they could be saving it for the Wii Online, but again, why don't they just put the HD version on the Switch? I don't understand why it's so difficult. I don't really think it's difficult. Maybe they just want the subscriptions to keep flowing for the online stuff, but I don't know. I just really wish that they would do that. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to talk about 2 games that they announced. The first one is Duskbloods, and then Donkey Kong Bonanza. Duskbloods actually looked insane to me. It kind of looked like Elden Ring, but kind of a vampire game at the same time. It's made by the same people from Software. And so, and this is only going to be on the Switch. So the trailer was just kind of intriguing. I mean, based on the trailer, it didn't look like a ton of gameplay, but we'll have to see exactly kind of what that looks like later on. And I can't remember if there was a release date or not for Duskbloods. But again, this game just looked really cool. It caught my attention. I know it also caught a lot of people's attention online. There's a lot of hype around it right now. And then the next one is the new 3D Donkey Kong game. This one did look really fun. The last 3D Donkey Kong game was the one for 64, and I never owned that game. I did play it at a friend's house growing up, and it's a lot of fun. This one, it's almost just like Breath of the Wild, but Donkey Kong, which looked really cool. The world kind of looked a little weird, in my opinion. It kind of almost looked too similar to Breath of the Wild. It was like, just seeing him in Hyrule or something. It was kind of weird like that for me. But again, this one does look really fun. You can smash through like a ton of stuff. Just basically anything you could see, you could smash through it. And one of the things that I didn't like was the design of Donkey Kong. They're going for the movie version, which I mean, I was fine for it in the movie, but I kind of like the video game version better. And I thought that they were gonna differentiate between the movie version and the game version, but I guess they're going with just the movie version now in all the games. But again, I kind of wish they kind of went back to the original version of Donkey Kong there. So yeah, this is just a brand new open world game that you can be Donkey Kong in, and it's coming in on July 17th, I believe, if I remember the date correctly. But I'm very excited for it as well. They also announced like a Kirby racing game, so we'll be getting the Kirby racing game as well as Mario Kart for the Switch too. So yeah, I'm very excited for the Switch too. This was a great Nintendo Direct. Again, stay tuned for a Nintendo Treehouse and all the announcements we're gonna get for there. Like I mentioned previously, I wish there was kind of more Zelda announcements, hope maybe for the movie, but we'll get those later down the line. And yeah, I mean, I would just really love to know what you guys think about the Switch 2 and what we've seen here today on the Nintendo Switch Direct. And just let me know down in the comments. Are you excited? Are you happy with MarioKart World being the launch title? What other games would you like to see implemented on the Switch 2? Any third-party games that you want to see? And are you excited for Elden Ring, Donkey Kong, and the Duskblood as well? So thank you guys for sticking around. I know this was kind of a longer video, but make sure to like this video and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.